Welcome to you. My name's Dayle and this is Dayle's Addiction. By the way, please meet Natasha. Natasha is my favourite Christmas ornament. She is a nutcracker from the now gone Henry Bendel department store. She has been shopping as well, and that's why we have so much in common. She's got a little hat box and it comes off, and she's got a couple of shopping bags, and she's just exquisite with her fur hat and her fur trimmed coat, and yeah, she's functional as well. Check out the little boots and the little Henry Bendel rivets. The detail is just so gorgeous on this piece. So yeah, she's my little holiday decoration now that we've moved on from birthday Festivus. If you are returning, I'm back to bag content. Enough of these birthday blogs and reveals, and let's have a look at some of the bags I already have and do some comparisons. If you're new, I talk about bags a lot. I also tend to throw in some other content from here and there. I've been doing a lot of tag videos lately, but this one came as an idea after I purchased my recent Fendi Peekaboo. Here she is, this beautiful piece of art. When I was debating about whether or not to take this bag home with me, it was because I thought it was very similar to my Lady Dior. And I mentioned this in the reveal video and said, hey, what do you think? Should I do a comparison? And you guys said yes. And this comparison is going to help me decide whether I keep my Lady Dior. So I'm a bit nervous about it. So buckle up, I have a lot to share with you. I am going to be talking about a lot of things to make this comparison because it is very, very serious business. Now, the things that I have on my list are, and I will be looking down at my list to make sure that I have covered everything off. I have the store experience, I have the range, so that includes leathers and colours of both the leather and the hardware. Price, what fits inside, what occasions they are suitable for, the accessories that come with the bags, the organisation of the bags, how you can wear the bags, any features that they have, any personalisation that you might be able to do to the bags, the accessibility of the bags, how they transition from day to night, any little extras that I think are worthwhile. And then finally, will I keep both or will I make a decision? Are you nervous? I'm nervous. People who know me in real life know that I rarely like to do things in any particular structured way. So I'm going to try to just know that it's not my preference. So if it's all over the place, I tried. I could possibly edit it back into place, but anyway, we'll do our best. I'll do my best. All right, so let's just look at these two bags. I'm using the black because I think black is the best way to compare. Obviously, I have had my white Peekaboo longer, but we will use black because it's more comparative this way. I will just take you through a quick run through of both bags so that you can get a bit of an overview of the design, and then I will take you through some of the additional features as we go through the categories that I listed off before. Doing a lot of this, I don't know why. All right, let's start with the Peekaboo. So this is the mini size Peekaboo in the Celleria, which means it has the exposed stitching, and it's made by hand, stitched by hand. This one is in the Romano leather. It has 4 feet on the bottom. The hardware is palladium, and it has 2 turn locks, one on each side. It also has these little adjustable, I'm going to call them sangles, but I really don't know what they're called, and you can open and close them to change the look of the bag. The top handle here can be folded down so that when you want to store this bag and you don't have a high shelf, you can just pop it down and you won't ruin the shape of the handle, which I have just discovered. So let's open both of these. We'll pull that back up. We'll open the 2 turn locks and we have 2 compartments inside. Now this bag has a voucher inside of it. This bag has a roomy compartment with a contrast lining in a nice caramel coloured leather. It has one slip pocket on this side, and on the other side it is the same, but it has one zipper pocket and it has the maker's plate on the inside. It also has this beautiful bar that the hardware sits on to provide some structure in the middle of the bag there. This bag comes with both a raincoat. The raincoat comes in this little kind of silicone bag here, and you will notice that the raincoat has the Peekaboo printed on it. Now let me show you how this works so you can fully appreciate. Simply pop the raincoat on top of the bag, and then the little flap goes over the top to stop water from getting inside of your bag, and it's like a little dress for your bag. It is I laugh every time it's on. Now obviously you still don't want to be out in the rain because you've got this piece here exposed, but this just gives you an option to protect your bag a bit when you've got the sideways rain coming in and you're trying to protect your bag from getting wet. Only Hermes do raincoats for their bags in addition to Fendi. There you go, for those Hermes lovers. Maybe a Fendi Peekaboo is a nice option for you to consider. And it also comes with an adjustable strap. This strap has several adjustments, so you can wear it crossbody on the shoulder, or obviously you can wear the bag handheld. A quick run through of the My Lady Dior. This is in Dior's small size with the black lambskin leather canage quilting with the champagne gold hardware. This bag also has 4 feet on the bottom, but you can see they're a bit spikier. So it doesn't have quite as good a balance as the Peekaboo because it has the flatter feet. Inside of the bag, it opens with a single flap opening. So the My Lady Dior's always have the flap, they don't have the zip. Inside I've got my dust bag. Inside, unlike the Celeria Peekaboo, it is lined in a fabric lining with the canage print in a beautiful red with one zipper pocket on the back, and the Christian Dior made in Italy stamp on the back there. No other organisation with this bag. You can carry it handheld and you can also carry it on your shoulder. Now this strap is in matching lamb leather with the beautiful champagne gold hardware. And with the My Lady Dior, they're called My Lady Dior because they're yours. You can personalise them. Now in the past they've had little pins, so like a round kind of badge or a pin that you could put on your strap. This edition has the slide on charms, so you literally pull this up and you can slide those charms on. You can pick whatever initials you like. You can also pick any of Christian Dior's lucky charms, and there are seasonal changes as well. At the time of purchasing mine, I could purchase the B and the D, obviously, for Dayle or Dior, and I also purchased the star, and 3 are included in the price. Now, at the moment, I can see online that you can also get these in the matte finish as well to match the matte hardware. So if you had a black matte bag with the black matte hardware, you could get black matte charms as well. So this strap, unfortunately, on my model, it isn't long enough to wear crossbody, so it can only be worn on the shoulder or handheld. Let's talk about store experience to start with. My experience at both Dior and Fendi has been fabulous. Obviously, I shopped at Dior before I shopped at Fendi. Brisbane has only recently had a Fendi boutique, I'd say for not quite a year yet. It opened just before COVID, I believe, which for us really hit about mid-March 2020. So the Dior experience is divine. It is a friendly, welcoming environment. You're quite encouraged to touch, feel, try on different types of bags. I feel it's a little more la-di-da, perhaps, than Fendi, as in tiny bit more. You feel like you should get dressed to go to Dior, put it that way. In Fendi, I have great experiences. I think it seems a little more casual just because of how much more modern the decor is inside of the boutique. The shopping experience is still high-end, but it feels a lot more comfortable. I certainly feel like I can just go and pick things up and touch them. I don't need somebody with a pair of gloves handing me things that I'm going to touch with my, and when I say gloves, I mean cotton gloves, not hygienic gloves, to hand me something that I'm going to touch with my hands. I know that's part of the service, but it feels a bit weird. At Fendi, it's been my experience that they don't do that. So, yeah, store experience, both great, different though. In terms of packaging, while we're in the store experience, Dior trumps most luxury houses with its packaging. Just, you know, the tissue paper, the excess, the ribbon, it's beautiful, and it's very fitting with the Dior aesthetic. Fendi, again, quite minimal, quite modern, quite sleek. I'm not a big fan of yellow, but I do love a Fendi yellow box. So yeah, I'd say Dior wins on packaging, but both houses have packaging that fits with their aesthetic. So when I talk about range, I am only going to talk about the range for these two. So this is the Fendi Mini Peekaboo in the Selleria, which means it has the external stitching and the Romano leather. This is the My Lady Dior, which is known as the small for Dior, so not the mini, the small. And this is in lambskin. So when we talk about range, Fendi's bags, the Mini Peekaboo, come in obviously this Selleria style. They also come in a Napa leather style, which is a smoother leather. They come in a patent style as well. And they also come in seasonal styles, which could be anything from a raffia weave through to a woven leather, an embroidered option. So quite a lot of options in the Mini Peekaboo size. They sometimes have a contrast lining. So my white one doesn't, but this one does. So this one has a nice tan leather lining. The hardware on the Selleria, from what I know, is always in the palladium hardware finish, but in the other styles you can get a nice gold hardware option. Now for the My Lady Dior, this one comes in lamb, and it also comes in a fabric. So the My Lady Dior, actually no, I don't think the My Lady Dior comes in a fabric. In the medium size, it does come in that light style. But the My Lady Dior comes in the lamb, and it comes in the classic black lamb with the champagne gold hardware. It is now coming in a lot of matte colours, so you can get matte black leather with the matte black hardware and matte black charms, which I will show you shortly in the personalisation section of this video. But it can come in quite a lot of different seasonal colours as well. But as far as I'm aware, the only hardware colour option is champagne hardware. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below, but I'm talking specifically about the My Lady Dior. So the price, there have been price increases since I bought this bag, but because Dior don't sell online here in Australia, I'm struggling to find a current price for this bag as at November 2020. So I purchased this bag at $5,200 about a year ago. So my Fendi Peekaboo, this recent one was $5,900. So that is current prices. but that is specifically for the Cellaria style. The usual box calf or Napa leather style, which I'll put a picture of so that you know what I'm talking about, the one that would be comparable to this bag is $5,300. So there's $100 between them, but I would say the My Lady Dior is probably a lot more now, given that that was over a year ago, the price that I quoted. So let's just say they're within a couple of $100 of each other, so price-wise, they're quite comparative. In terms of resale, if that's something that you're interested in when you buy a bag, we all know that for some reason, Dior struggles on the resale market unless it's a limited edition piece. A piece like this, the classic black lamb with the champagne gold hardware, is probably more likely to sell, but there will be a lot more of them around, and so price is not going to be great. If I can find some prices or some options, I'll put them on the screen here just so you can see what's happening current day. But certainly, you know, paying $5,200 for this, let's see what we can find. Just tuning in to say, once you do your research, it's amazing what you can find. I could only find one current like for like mini, not mini, My Lady Dior in the black lamb with the champagne gold hardware. It is an older version of mine, and it's currently selling at about the same price that I bought my bag for, which is the updated version. So that is good news. I feel it's about the same for the Fendi Peekaboo as well, and you can't really find a lot of the Cellarias on the market, and if you do, not in great condition full set. So I would say this one's harder to find on the pre-loved market if you were waiting to save a couple of dollars or a couple of $100 and buying it pre-loved. So I couldn't find a black Fendi Cellaria, but I did find a purpley coloured one, and it turns out that I actually take more of a hit on the Fendi Cellaria, even though it is a colour. So it's not like for like, but you're losing about, in Australian dollars, about $2,000. But with the Dior, I'm making my money back. So that is super weird to me. Yeah, I'm getting educated. I hope you are too. Okay, so let's talk about occasion. Now, in terms of this bag here, I see it primarily as an occasion bag, so an evening bag, because for me it is very, very beautiful. It has that luscious, puffy lambskin quilting canage leather. It's not a bag that you want to put a lot in because it's not particularly practical to get in and out of. I think they should just do away with the flap. I mean, I know it's a security thing, but honestly, I think it's painful. So yeah, I feel like it's an evening bag because you carry less in the evening and you'll be more inclined to carry it as it's been designed as a top handle. Now this is the big selling point, I think, for the Peekaboo. Now obviously I had a white Peekaboo, and I have mentioned previously that I think that it is limited in its use for evening wear, which is what sold me on the black one. Because I think it could go from day to night and be a great holiday bag, simply because you can wear it crossbody or on the shoulder through the day, or on the shoulder or handheld at night, and you simply just cinch it in like that, and then let me just straighten those up. And then you've got a very neat little evening bag. So I think this one is suitable for more occasions. I will show you some accessories that come with the My Lady Dior that might sway you. I certainly have worn it through the day, and I'll show you how I've done that. So in terms of accessories, the accessories that I have for both bags are additional straps. And in terms of the cost of straps, they're about the same. So the cost of these guitar style straps are about, brace yourself, 14 to 1500 Australian dollars. They are not cheap. Depending on what comes out each season is what's available, and usually they are in the more J'adore Dior style hardware, which is a vintage brushed gold rather than that nice shiny champagne gold. So it's very hard to get a hardware that matches with your My Lady Dior bag. But it doesn't have to match, it's a contrast. It's meant to look a bit edgy. And so what you can do is simply attach this strap to the bag. So you can attach this strap to the bag, but for me, again, this is way too short to wear crossbody. On the shoulder it slips off, so I tend to just carry this one handheld and have the strap dangling to give it a little bit of oomph. I did purchase an aftermarket third-party long leather adjustable strap for this bag, which I haven't included in this video because it's about the bag and about Dior. And I can wear it crossbody, and I leave this strap on as well, so it looks really quite edgy when I do that. I also recently purchased a strap from Fendi, again about the same price as the Dior strap, so it was about 1500 Australian dollars. Again, if you have a Celleria bag, then you will find most of the hardware is palladium, and most of the strap hardware is gold. So you just need to be aware that you might find it difficult to match hardware, and if that is a challenge for you, then you're probably going to get a bit irritated by the fact you can't match your hardware. However, if you do buy the normal Napa leather style Peekaboo, then you're likely to match your hardware because they're more likely to come in a gold hardware. So Fendi straps are a lot more adjustable than Dior straps. So they're not simply a guitar strap one length, they are fully adjustable, and this one can be quite long. So you can adjust it to wear on the shoulder, which again, because of its width, I find that it falls off. But if you want to wear your bag crossbody, these are the most comfortable straps. I can't recommend them highly enough, especially when you pack this bag as much as you can. So I would say that the Fendi straps are much better than the Dior straps. Fendi also offer a defender cover for their Peekaboos. I'll put some on the screen. I don't have one yet, but one of the subscribers to this channel, hello Carol, messaged me straight away when I revealed my black Peekaboo because she has the same one and she's got some great accessories for hers, and she's, really going to get me into trouble, Carol. But the defender basically gives you an opportunity to protect the leather of your bag, also to change the look of your bag. And some defenders that have come out in the past have little external pockets on them, so they could actually add more space to or capacity to your bag and what you carry. So in terms of organisation, I showed you before, Dior bag just has that one open compartment with a small zipper on the back of the bag, and the Peekaboo has two open compartments, a small slip pocket and a small zipper. They're both about as useful as the Dior one, to be honest. So interestingly, on personalisation, Fendi sent me an email the other day that in Melbourne and Sydney boutiques over the next few weeks, they are having a Fendi bar, a Fendi Peekaboo bar, where you can customise your own Fendi Peekaboo. If I can find the video link for this short YouTube video that my sales associate sent to me, I'll put it in the description below, but you can fully customise these bags from time to time. I think it's time for us to do what fits inside each. So I'm going to change the camera angle and I'll see you in a minute. So this is where you're going to start to see the issues around accessibility with this bag, because these things open like that. They don't fold down by the side. So that is already painful, and I'm going to have to keep this flap open the whole time. So let's go with order of importance. We'll put the phone in. Then we'll put the house keys in. Then we'll put the card holder in. Then we'll go with our AirPods and our car fob. It's already looking a bit full. Then we're going to try and put the mini pochette in. Okay, that will fit, yes. We are going to throw some mints in the mini pochette as well. And we'll see if we can put our sunnies on top and close it up. Yeah, so that all fits. But to be honest, getting to these pieces is going to be really tricky because I've got to pull this up, pull that out, and pull this out and get into everything. So accessibility wise, this bag is not great, but it does hold about the same. Alright, let me show you what fits in this bag. So I have an iPhone 10, I have my Louis Vuitton 6 key holder, I have my Chanel card holder, I have some mints, I've got my Louis Vuitton mini pochette, and inside of here I just keep my hand sanitizer so that it doesn't risk leaking through my bag, especially a leather lined bag, and my lip gloss from Dior. So I just leave that open and inside of the bottom of the bag here, like that. I've got my car fob, which I'll put in with the leather goods, and my Apple AirPod Pro. And then I will put in a pair of sunglasses. These are my Theory Lazari acetate cat's eye glasses. I love them so much. So they're in a soft case. Rarely would they be in my bag because I wear my sunglasses all the time. I don't really take them off, and if I do, they're usually on my hair, which is really bad. But you can see that all of that fits in there very, very comfortably, and then I just push it together, and if you want to, it will close up beautifully. I wouldn't close it, I would leave it open like that, because I think that looks way cooler. Let's see if all of this will fit in the Lady Dior. So this is where you're going to start to see the issues around accessibility with this bag, because these things open like that. They don't fold down by the side, so that is already painful, and I'm going to have to keep this flap open the whole time. So let's go with order of importance. We'll put the phone in, then we'll put the house keys in, then we'll put the card holder in, then we'll go with our AirPods and our car fob. It's already looking a bit full. Then we're going to try and put the mini pochette in. Okay, that will fit, yes. We are going to throw some mints in the mini pochette as well. And we'll see if we can put our sunnies on top and close it up. Yeah, so that all fits. But to be honest, getting to these pieces is going to be really tricky because I've got to pull this up, pull that out, pull this out and get into everything. So accessibility wise, this bag is not great, but it does hold about the same. My goodness, it is a super warm day here today, so if I look like a little bit flushed, I am. It's warm. So I am going to finish with some mod shots. I'm about 5'5", 165 centimeters, and I'm an Australian and UK size 14 and a US size 10, roughly. Okay, it's decision time. What am I going to do? Okay, if I could only pick one, it would be this. I think it's so versatile. I think it really suits my style. I love the Cellaria option, but remember, you don't have to go with the Cellaria option. You can go with the Napa leather option. I love the option to have the turn lock done up or undone, and it looks great for nighttime when it's done up and, you know, quite dinky. I love the organization in this bag because there's 2 big compartments. It's easier to find and access your things. Yeah, I think if I only could keep one, I would definitely pick this one. I do love this bag, but literally during this video and comparing the functionality of the 2 of them, look, it doesn't really compare. What this bag has that the Peekaboo doesn't have is elegant overload. Like, it's the Lady Di factor. That's what it has. It is just, you know, from the aesthetic, you wouldn't compare the 2, but for the type of bag they're very comparable. They're both top handle black leather bags, about the same size, carry the same amount of things. I don't know if I'm going to keep this bag. I'm going to have a look and see what the resale market looks like for these bags. I really haven't worn it much since I bought it. I thought that I needed to have one because of the Lady Di factor, because I was a big fan of hers, apparently, as a 3-year-old. Anyway, I do love the history associated with it. I do love the beautiful, luxurious quilts. But the reality for me is I wear this as an evening bag mostly. I don't find the straps are user-friendly at all. Yeah. Was that what you expected me to say? These comparison videos, honestly, I look like so disheveled now. They take quite a while, and you should not film them on a pre-summer day at 30 degrees Celsius without air conditioning on, because look what it does to your hair. Anyway, you tell me, what do you think? What conclusion would you come to? No offense here, we're all entitled to our opinion. Certainly I have both of the bags, so, you know, I love them both, but I feel like it's one of the lessons that you learn in terms of how you want to use your bags and how functional you want them to be and how versatile you want them to be and how comfortable you want them to be and how edgy you want them to be and blah, 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 blah. But they're very, very comparable in so many different areas. It's going to be a fun one to edit. I'm sitting at about 45 minutes now, so depending on how the editing process takes, I'm hoping to get this down to about 20 minutes. We'll see how I go. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the bell to notify you of when I will put out more videos. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, so I will see you next time. Bye.